Hi, welcome to the channel today. Today we're going to be doing something different. Something I've done a few years ago. A man named Larry Hall a few years ago came out with growing corn in a kiddie pool and basically using Walmart bags, the fabric from Walmart, and would grow corn in them. Now I'm going to be changing them a little bit. I have done it once before and it did work, but basically this way you don't have, you can grow your corn in a small space. You can also, you don't have as much problem with water, because one thing about corn, you never want to get low on water. You want to make sure you got plenty of fertilizer. Now this, I'm going to try to go through kind of everything that I've done, so you know it'll be kind of all encompassing. First thing you got to do is you got to get your potting mix. Now I do make my own potting mix because it's a lot cheaper to do it that way, and I think it's a better potting mix than you can normally buy. Basically, you're going to use perlite. You get in these big bags, about $22, $23 at one place where I buy it. That's around $30. But I use one part of that. I use one part of peat moss, which is just regular peat moss that you get in the bales, and 5 parts of pine bark mulch. And this pine bark mulch is pretty finely, you know, it's pretty finely ground. It's not that big chunky stuff. Sometimes I call this stuff soil conditioner, but this is stuff from Living Earth. It's a company out of Texas, so it's, you know, if it's not Texas, me have a hard time finding it, but that's the kind of way you want to do it. I even had one guy that was up in North Texas. He would take the bigger chunks of pine bark mulch and he would put it through a shredder, one of those electric shredders, and do it, and would, you know, kind of get the right, because that's the kind of consistency that you want. Now for fertilizer, I'm going to try to depend upon the organics for most of it. And down here we get MicroLife, and it's a 6-to-4 ratio. The only thing about using this is I don't know sure how much you're going to get. When you use organics, they're a slow release fertilizer. I know with just a regular manures, it can take up to 5 years for it to completely break down and release all the nutrients. So I'm going to be using a 16-ounce solo cup full of this, and once I get it, this is about this deep, I'm just going to spread it all around. I'll mix it up just a little bit, and I kind of want it up toward the top because the stuff in the bottom may get waterlogged and the roots may not be able to soak so much stuff up, plus it's going to drain out faster. And then I'm going to put some soil over top of it. Okay, so first starting out, that corn seed may not be in connection with the fertilizer, so I will be adding a little bit of fertilizer to this. The other thing that you want to do, once you get up, you know, about 1 inch to the top, just pick it up and drop it, so you kind of pack it down a little bit. And then we're going to go over to the kiddie pool, and where I'll drill a hole and do that part of it. Okay, here we're at the kiddie pool. You do want to get you something to measure this water with, because looking at this water looks about 1 inch deep to me. But whenever you stick your rod down, you know, that's 2 3/4 inches. But then you go over here, and it's right at 2 inches. And over here, it's 2 1/4 inches. Right there in the middle, it's right at 2 inches. So I'm going to drill my hole just a little bit deeper on this side, because this side's a little bit deeper. So, and hopefully I won't screw this up. I did use a fairly big one on this one, so I have a bigger hole, so I'm afraid of leaves and stuff getting in it could clog it up. Now I'm just going to drill one hole. We're going to put it about right there. So some of that's going to run out, maybe. And if it's too much, I can always drill a little deeper. But that, basically, if you let it fill up to here, it's going to drown out your corn. So you don't want to do that. Next thing we're going to do is just set these things in here. And I think that I can only get 4 of them in here. I know he always said 5, but these are 10-gallon fabric bags. Yeah, 4 is all it's going to fit. So we'll set these in here. And then the next thing, we have to plant our seeds. Now, they do have one called On Deck that they put out That's a shorter growing corn. It's a sweet corn. I'm going to be growing Painted Mountain, and it's a heirloom seed. I've not grown it. It's a couple years old, so I'm hoping it's still going to be. In fact, it's 4 years old, so we'll see. 921, I guess, is when they tested it, 99%. So corn doesn't last a long time. So like I say, if in a week or two it doesn't come out, I'm going to plant something else. But it's a really pretty corn. It's a flower corn, basic Indian corn. See how pretty it is. So just going to put one per deal, about 1 inch deep. I like saying deal a lot. I've noticed that. One per hole, and then just kind of cover them over like that. Then we're going to come back behind that. And slowly move over here. Here's where I got my water in. I know I got water in there. I don't know if it's going to be wicking right off. So, well, let me do it this way. This here's about, I think, 2 tablespoons. Like I've got a 2-gallon water can. And here's where I keep my water in there. And we'll just, so this is going to give me the water up top. I mean the fertilizer up top. That way I know it's got some good fertility to it. Now the question is going to be, first off, what about mold? Will mold grow in this stuff? Yes. That is one problem with that. So it's not going to look real pretty. Now one thing you can do is after you've done all this, you can fill it up with pea gravel, and that'll take care of the mold problem, because your pea gravel will be about 4 inches tall, so pea gravel will be up to here. It's a lot of money though. And you put the pea gravel, put everything in these, you put the pea gravel, that way this can sit on the bottom, and then that will take care of the mold problem because everything's going to be below water. Second thing is going to be mosquitoes. Now I plan on putting these in here, and I'm going to let it dry up, and I think that will keep the mosquitoes out. If not, they do got those mosquito dunks, and what you do, you break those up, probably in quarters or whatever, throw that in there, and that'll take care of mosquito, because it's got BT, which is organic, that will take care of the larvae, for the mosquito larvae. Third thing that can go wrong, because I work for the government, and a lot of times we look at things of what can go wrong when we try to advise people. And I actually tell people that I can identify problems. I don't always identify the successes. But what if these things start falling over? Because this here is not really good, firm, get some wind. What I have to do is take some T-posts and put around, and then strap it either with wire, or I can strap with those toe straps, and that will give it, because it's probably gonna have pretty good control inside. It's going to be the ones wanting to fall on the outside. So inside it should be able to support each other. It'd be probably better if I used 7.5 gallons. I could get a 5th one in the middle, but I think it's going to be all right anyway. And that's about it. I'll let y'all, I'll keep y'all updated on the progress of this and see how it works for me. I'm trying to explain all the problems in case you want to do it now, without saying, oh yeah, you should have done this. And I will leave a link down for Larry Hall. Like I said, he did pass away a few years ago, but his channel's still active. It's his wife Larry and Yvonne Hall, I believe is what it is. But I'll look that up. I put that down in the description, and let's see how it goes. Anyway, thanks for watching.